looting and stealing, is it more important than someone's life?
No, not
For
at all.
you to argue about and make a case about? Absolutely not. And then I love the people that, white people specifically, and let me make a disclaimer. I'm not saying that all white people are racist at all, but I'm going to tell you, the ones that are racist make y'all look real damn bad. For your information. They make y'all look like all y'all asses is racist. I love the ones that tell me about Martin Luther King Jr. I'm like, please tell, what did he do?
Yes,
they're like,
tell it.
well, what about the peaceful protest?
Stop.
You know, what happened to that? I was like, well, you know what? You know, that was working for, you know, maybe 4 years probably that he was doing it. And guess what? His ass was shot right down because of a peaceful protest by your people, I assume, because we weren't in any position to be killing any of our own at that point. So please explain to me, how do you think this peaceful protest is going to work when history has shown you that it doesn't? You know, what about Stonewall? You know, all of these different events, like that was like one of the biggest riots I remember reading about. And it made such a bend in society. And these riots are needed to make this change. And if you're uncomfortable, take your ass somewhere else. We don't want you here anyway. You know, yeah. I'm tired of looking over my shoulder every day. And for what? Because history shows that you brought a group of people to a place unknown to them. You sold them off. You beat them. You killed them. They were property to you. And then you have the audacity in this day and age to tell them to go back to their country? Hell no, bitch, I'm staying here because you brought me here. You brought me here. I was fine, happy being naked and shit in my own country. You gonna bring me here and put clothes on me? Hell no, bitch, I'm staying. I am staying. And oh, well, I was arrested for this and I did this and I got pulled over for this. I'm like, but you know what? You lived. And you will probably always live in that, in those circumstances. I have to work, like I have to work hard to live. I have to work really hard to do it.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And again, for what? Because you hate my skin? Like, what are you, jealous? Like, I have to tell my nephew, you know, when you're around these kind of people, you have to act like this. You have to say this. Like, no one should be having this conversation with their kids. White kids don't have those conversations. I have to have those conversations with my nieces and nephews growing up because that's going to be their reality. And I'd rather them know now and understand that now than to find out and be shot and killed.
Right.
You know, and to be stereotyped for something that they probably won't even become. Everyone wants to be an internet bully, and I said, you know what? Your words really don't matter because if you were talking to me in my face, you wouldn't say any of it. Because guess what? You haven't, because you've been living in your comfort all this time until now someone wants to challenge that comfort. And you actually get to realize what it is actually like to be Black every single day. You know, like you see that someone's taking something from you, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. And it makes me feel so bad for, you know, my friends that aren't of color that are in such support, and they have to, and I'm like, and I keep telling them, use your privilege to teach, you know, these people that don't understand and that don't want to understand. Use that privilege to do that because that's what you can do to help us.
Right.
And if they don't want to listen, then well, damn, the fight has to continue.
Yeah.
It's got to continue because I'm not going to stop talking. And, you know, and it made me realize, you know, how much of a free pass I let people have. You know, when they say something inappropriate to me and I just let it slide because I'm trying to be the bigger person. It's like, no, I shouldn't be the bigger person about you using that privilege or saying those things to me. You
Right.
know, I was at a yoga class, and a lady, or a white lady, came up to me and said, "Wow, you're so articulate." And I'm thinking to myself, and I have to be quick-witted these days because my response needs to be like right on.
Oh, you
I'm
good
like,
at being quick-witted, honey.
well, well, I try.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why? Thank you. I had a really great English teacher. Among all these years, I was like, but like, were you expecting me to sound like something else? Like, what am I supposed to sound like? Massa? Let
Mm.
me get my Southern talk on now, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, was that where you were waiting on?
Mm.
You know, I I don't know. You saw the woolly hair and you saw the dark skin. You thought it was supposed to sound like something else, huh?
Mm.
Voice didn't match the face.
Mm.
It those are the exact type of injustices that are just so inappropriate. If a white lady's not getting her moment at the store, the grocery store, just pull out the N word. That makes them mad every time, every single time.
Oh my God.
And for what? For what?
So they can have control. They think it gives them control.
And you know what? What is your little control gonna do? What is it gonna do? How are you benefiting from this?
Mm.
Making yourself look like a damn fool when someone records you, and then you look at yourself, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? I see so many of these videos now, and I'm so glad that people are actually recording this shit, because I'll be damned. I'm like, damn, people actually really say this shit to everybody. Like, I thought this shit was like fake. Like, this is actually happening. Ugh. And I'm so appreciative of people that have been open to the conversation and open to learning and asking what can they do to be proactive about making sure that this message is sent and spread, and change can happen somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't deal with this anymore. I and it I'm not an angry person at all. Nothing about me even exploits anger, but I will damn sure not put up with anyone acting stupid with me.
Mm.
Because the same respect that I show, my white counterparts, I deserve that same respect.
You do.
Everyone deserves it. And if it's not given, I'll be damned,
Mhm.
do it.